Okay, man, so here's some of the stuff that we went over yesterday, okay? We're doing the pentatonics. There's five shapes. Starting up here, C minor. So you're going. They're going up to the E flat major, which is the second shape from the up from the C minor. So we got E flat major. So and then jump up to the box shape, and then so you can also play it like this. The reason I like this is because you've got some, it's easier to use some chromaticism there. There's your enclosure. That's all. Sorry. In the box shape, which helps us through everything. That's on the fourth degree. It's F. Box shape on the F. The next one is the one that's built on the fifth degree. I call it the minor pentatonic flat 6. So you can kind of play it like that. Sort of like a minor, but you're playing the flat 6, not the 5. Okay, you can also play it like this. Stay in the box shape, F box shape, but don't play the first note on the box. Play the second note, so you start on G. Or the last one is the one built on the flat 7. I call super box or boxatonic, however you want to call it. I don't know a name for it, but so basically it starts out like the box, but then that's why I call it super box. That's like 2 octaves. And again, when you're kind of using that box shape to get around in, you could do some more chromaticism, right? So if you get inside that, really get inside the box shape, really get inside the box shape, and you go on either side of that, or you start in other places, you really have a good foundation to work stuff in. Then everything kind of just pieces together, you know, and you're hearing it, you know. You can just have a lot of fun with that. So you got C minor, E flat major, F box, G with the flat 6, on the flat 7. And you should do them all 2 octaves, like you can do it here. E flat. Box shape. Let's say I do the box shape down here because I don't have a hi hat. So if I wanted to, that's as high as I can go. The G, 2 octaves. Or you can do it like this. And the last one, we can start on the B flat here if we want to do 2 octaves. The super box. It all leads back to, right? That's C. C is kind of like the tonic here. Won't go any further than that. So good. Covered that. And then we did some Berganzi patterns, right? And the thing about Berganzi patterns is that, I don't know, they just make a lot of fucking sense. They just fucking sound good, right? So the one that we did, the pattern that we did was down a skip, down a step, up a skip. So you ought to always remember when you're going down a skip, you're skipping over one of the notes in the scale. So here's the scale from the box shape. So skip is to skip this note. So and the step is just still in the scale. Then up a skip. It means that we're skipping this note. So it's so down a skip, down a step, up a skip. And you go through all the different notes. So we can start on the C, and then we'll go to the F, then we'll go to the G, then we'll go to the E flat, and then we'll go to the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the notes that we'll be starting the patterns on. So, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it that I find a little bit more natural is if I do this. Put my third finger on the F, then and then all I did there, since I don't have a low B flat and a low E flat, low, really low E flat, I went and then up to B flat, to E flat. But here's the difference from what we did yesterday is so that's the first one from the box shape, okay, from the box, from the F, all right? Let's go down and do it from the C. So we do it from the C, we do it like this. We do it here actually. Do that again. Down a skip, down a step, up a skip. So, good. Okay, let's start on the G then. We'll do it from here. So check this out. So you can do it like this. That. But if you do this, then you're already it's already a little. It seems like a little easier to me. So let me just show you that one from the G. More time. Okay. So we started on the F, we started on the C, we started on the G. Let's start on the E flat. Let's start, let me think where I want to start. Okay, that's easy. So, this is like a different shape. So you got you can always slow this down on YouTube, right? You can slow the tempo down and here it goes slowly. Skip, step, skip. And check this out. Let's see. So it's like then check this shit out. Shift out. You go into the box. So it's like started on the F, we started on the C, we started on the G, we started on the E flat, let's start on the B flat now. Let's come up here, do it to this B flat. So the first one is like this. Down a skip, down a step, up a skip. Remember, you have the notes, you have the book, so you've got it written out. You've got it written out. You got the steps, you got the patterns. So, and then let's do that shift into the box again. Now, so we started higher. We can do more. We can do more because it's like we first start off with the B flat, then the F, then the C, then the G, and then the E flat, and then the B flat, and then the F. So we did the B flat and the C. Sorry, the B flat and the F, 2 octaves, 3 octaves actually, right? Okay, so those are the patterns, okay? We did a little bit of it going ascending, okay? And remember, the more that you get this stuff down, the more that you get that, be able to hear and be able to see where that's going on the bass, the pentatonic, just in general, that's going to help you with these patterns. So, if we were to do the patterns ascending, but with the same sort of intervallic shape as we did before, but ascending now. So now if we started, let's say we start on the F again, and so we go up a step, down a skip. So instead of down a step, up a skip, it's up a skip, up a step, down a skip, right? So you got this now. So here's the F. Start on the B flat. Start on the E flat. Start on the G. Start on the C. Then you start on the F again. We'll talk about those shifts next time. So that's on the F. So let's start on the B flat now. Started here on the B flat here. So we got and that's as far as we can go. I don't have those last 2 notes. Neither do you. So, but you know who has them? Mr. Kane. He's got those notes. Anyways, so that's starting on the F. That's starting on the B flat. Let's start on the E flat. start on the E flat here. Up a skip, up a step, down a skip. So the first three notes are like a major triad. Now you're in the box shape. So starting on the E flat, G, C, talk about that. Start on the E flat again, and grab the G again. So that's starting from the E flat. We started from the F, we went to the B flat, we went to the E flat. Let's start on the G. We'll start on the G here. So up a skip, up a step, down a skip. So what, G, C, E flat, B flat. So you've already actually played all these with all the other patterns. You already played them. It's just starting in a different place. That's it. But you've already played these. Good. So we start on the F, we went to the B flat, we went to the E flat, we went to the G. Now let's start on the C. Let's start on the C, what do you think? Let's start on the C up here. C on the B string, 13th fret. Do that again. Skip, step, skip. And that's all of those patterns. So those are two of the patterns that are that it's kind of like 8 patterns with different, you know, like one we did there was up a skip, up a step, down a skip, or down a skip, down a step, up a skip. There's others like down a step, down a skip, down a step. You got or you got this kind of thing. Let's see. So it's like down a step, up a skip, down a step. And back to that. You see, so that's just a foreshadowing of what we're going to do. So we also did the inversions, but I could do a quick one here, but I already sent one that did the inversions, and I could send it again. But basically, the inversions are the chords are going to be 1, 3, 5, and 7. And so the inversions are going to basically take the root note and you're going to put it on the top. So the first one would be root position, and we'll do that in A flat. So you got and then the first inversion you're going to have the 3 on the bottom, and the second inversion is have the 5th on the bottom, and then the third inversion has the G on the bottom, the 7 on the bottom. So you got, if you did it from all here, you could do it from here and just go. But it feels better, I think, to do it like this. So those are the root position, and then the first, second, and third inversion of major. With the minor, do B flat minor, root position, second inversion, first inversion is going to have the 3 on the bottom, flat 3 on the bottom. I like putting my middle finger here, so I got this happening. Flat 3, 5, flat 7, 1, flat 3. That's the first inversion. The second inversion is a fun one because it's so close to pentatonic. It's the 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, and then the second inversion, sorry, that was the second inversion. The third inversion is going to have the flat 7 on the bottom. So now it's like this. Flat 7, 1, flat 3, 5. So that's the root position and the 3 inversions from a minor chord. So we didn't do the dominant chord. So the dominant chord, E flat 7, we'll do E flat 7. And I want you to do it in all different places. Do it down low, do it down up here, do it down up here, do it as much as, wherever you can. We'll do it in the middle, we're doing it here. So we got 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 5, 3, 1. So the first inversion is going to have the 3 on the bottom. Second inversion is going to have the 5 on the bottom. And I like putting my third finger there, going like this, and then I do that because I know I like the sharp 9 sound, so it's kind of thing. And then the third inversion has the flat 7 on the bottom. I'm going to bring it down an octave and start it here. So you've got, what I like to do is go kind of thing, right? So that's the three inversions. Root position, first inversion, second inversion, and that's the third inversion, starting from the flat 7. Okay. The minor 7 flat 5. All right. We'll do G minor 7 flat 5. So we got root position. And then the first inversion is going to be from the B flat. I like to do it like this. I like to take my first finger and move my middle finger up to the D flat, and then F and G. So do that again. First inversion. Second inversion with the flat 5 on the bottom, which is fun. Maybe if you started it here, it'd be like flat 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, flat 5. That sounds good. Just the arpeggio itself. Okay. The last inversion starts on the flat 7. Again, the fun one. Sorry. Flat 7, 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. So that's all the inversions for major chord, minor chord, dominant chord, and a minor 7 flat 5 chord. Alright? Get those down. Get those down with the pentatonic stuff. Do it slow so you really get it down, and then you can speed it up. And not be making mistakes. Alright. Good deal. Let's go from there. Alright, man. Take care.